Wow. So you can tell by my sunglasses that was fucking wild. That's Terrence, and Terrence is Terrence. But who knows? Maybe he's a genius. Maybe he's not. Uh, I don't know. All I care about, to be honest, is life keeps going, right? So
Hey,
that's it.
that's all you can do. It was great seeing him, having him by. Glad he left. It was fun while it lasted, and glad to have you back, buddy.
Yeah, it was weird, like letting him leave, or I shouldn't say
Getting
let
him
him
to
leave. Yeah,
leave.
getting
Yeah.
him to leave. Yeah, it was weird. It was weird. But that's it. And look, the guy sounds like Keith Mordasky in a lot of ways, but in one or two things he said kind of started to make sense.
Oh,
Like,
that's scary shit, man.
or at least his theory was like
It sounds
acceptable,
informed.
right?
That's the
Acceptable.
worrisome part to me.
Yeah, and it was like,
Yeah.
okay, so you're saying that instead of the Big Bang, like you have a sun in every galaxy or solar system, and instead of that sun kind of like just being there for no reason, it's there because of something, and then it like creates planets, like gives birth to planets, and that's why our planets go in a succession that's
Yeah.
farther away
Yeah.
from this. I mean, I'm like, okay, look, dude, I think that aliens fucked with chimpanzees and made us. So your theory also, it could be, but no
It's
science
as
behind it, right?
believable.
So
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's like I don't want to sit there and bash the guy. He's a friend of mine. He's obviously on the podcast, but the, dude, you can't be on fucking Hustle and Flow being like, whoop that trick, and then be like, the fucking vibration between copper and magnesium is the same as how they did this and that and whatever the fuck.
I don't know, man.
It's ridiculous.
My counter to that is going to be Ezra Miller. The guy that was
Yeah, good point.
the person that was the Flash in the most recent Flash movie, right? Well,
I'd
they
never seen
broke
it,
in.
but I know who that guy is.
Well, they broke into somebody's house in Vermont and was rummaging through all their shit, found with their liquor bottles in hand when the police showed up in that person's house.
Damning
Like,
evidence.
yeah, well, caught literally red-handed. And it was just like, well, fucking crazy rich people. I don't think you have to be a good actor and an intelligent person at the same time. Like, those don't have to exist. They're not mutually exclusive. And I think both Terrence Howard and Ezra Miller are great examples of that.
And also for context, I saw what Terrence was doing. He was trying to trick everybody with the microphone moving like this. Ooh. He's literally just moving it. So look, dude, I don't know what else to say besides he might be onto something. He might be absolutely insane, but I like the guy.
When you say he's onto something, do you mean like
Drugs?
Yeah, pretty much.
Well, you could take it that way, but no, I don't know, man. Like I have a very open mind to everything, unless it's super hateful and like anti certain race, right? Like I'm not into this whole. I'm not even going to go into it, but when somebody pulls up, like I love philosophy, I love getting to know what someone else thinks reality or what their opinion is on reality is, right? Like I want to hear it. I want to know so that at least I know I'm not crazy, mostly. But it was very interesting. I mean, I listened
or
to the
just
podcast.
A reaffirmation of that. I mean,
like,
sometimes
dude,
when I got a real like straight-laced friend group. Most of the people I screw around with, right? In person, in real life, most of the people I know got regular families, 9-to-5 jobs, doing the thing. And when I look around at what I got going on and the things like that, sometimes I wonder.
It's a brick wall with on air,
a very big divide between our lifestyles. And sometimes when I converse with them about it, and it's like they're jealous of mine, and sometimes I think of their wives and I'm jealous of theirs. Matt.
Shout out to Matt. M, whatever.
No.
Okay. But yeah, dude, fucking
It was just good. Thank you. If you like that kind of humor, make sure that you enjoy by liking and subscribing. Come back for another episode after this.
No, fuck that. Fuck that. Instead of liking and subscribing. No. Like and subscribe. But anyone who doesn't, and any of your friends who you talk about this who doesn't, kidnap them and force them to watch the fucking podcast.
Yeah, right. Send this to them.
Hijack their emails, hijack their family's emails. Get them on here.
Make their lock screen this picture.
Yes. I don't know.
That's going to be the thumbnail of this podcast, is you doing that.
Okay. I'm down. I'm down. But yeah, so the specific thing I wanted to talk about was when he was like vibration. And when you hit certain things matter with, like, he didn't say matter. He would say like elements like fucking magnesium and the tone and tonality and this and that. Like, fuck all that. Fuck the linchpin. Suck my cock, right? Fuck the birth of Saturn made an AI. I don't care. What I do care about is sort of that idea that vibration can be used to move or destroy something. Or create something. Like, you can take sand, put it on a speaker, create a certain frequency. It can make a beautiful geometric pattern. That's very it's not precise, but it's very close, you know? And I like that kind of shit. I'm like, okay, cool. Let's dive into more of that, you know, instead of just saying, oh, that does a cool thing and we know it, so we can just skip it. Like, what if you could move, like, just a fucking 5-ton object, you know, that had two surfaces that were, you know, rough, but maybe you put sand on it and then you vibrated it in a way like that's kind of cool, right?
Sound is a vibration of the air.
Yeah, it's frequency, man. It's sound waves or vibrational waves. And then he was saying like there's magnetic waves, and that's the key where you use like magnet or electronic waves.
You also have seismic energy that moves as well. It's similar to sound. The thing is, sound is vibration in air. Seismic activity is vibration in the ground. So, like, it works in the same way.
That is true, brother.
Just through a different medium. You also have that with how waves are created in the oceans. It's just how physics work. Yes, it is agreed. And that's why it sounds so convincing, because it's pseudoscience.
Yeah, it's fake. It's not real. Pseudoscience is not real. It's like pseudo anything. It's a fake thing. There are things called pseudo penises. A hyena has a pseudo penis. A female hyena has a pseudo penis. They actually give birth through. So when you think about this whole pseudoscience, pseudo everything, it's like it is fake. I mean, it's like a prop to put out some idea or whatever. But all I'm saying is, like, let's not say the guy is absolutely off his rocker. Pat, don't burp into the mic. But you know, I mean, let's see what he's saying, if there is any truth in it, and then we can put it aside, you know. Which I'm sure it's already been done with this.
From us now, you want to perform electrolysis on water, but how?
Which sits as a -3 on the next octave. The moment arsenic is introduced, the body thinks that, oh, this is my thing that I need, and it tries to wrap itself.
Nobody thinks arsenic is what we need.
Nobody thinks arsenic, but it causes the DNA to unravel.
Wow, which is arsenic is harmful to find, but the enzyme
just
understand. No,
the shit he's talking about just doesn't really make sense.
Well, that's the thing.
Like, but then again, if he's right and scientists gave a shit or anyone looked into it, then they could say, without a doubt, Terrence Howard is crazy, or he might be onto something. I'm just saying, let's not just fucking close it out because of one interview on Joe Rogan, right? He does sound crazy, 90%, 40%.
You know,
some people
the angles of incidents that were necessary.
Angles of incidents. He fucking kept repeating that. And I'm like, all right, dude, Are you talking about focal points? What are you saying? Like
you saw one documentary sometime by somebody.
Yeah, like come on, man.
This wave is coming, so it gets pushed out, and as it's pushed out, it gets to the vortices.
Yeah, gravity is not electric, matter specific, and a cone is this.
The natural curvature of these 64 circles overlapping. They average.
And here's where I came with the 57 of the, what Terrence was saying about 57 million sperm cells are in your body, and fucking divide that and then do this, and it gets you the same equation as if you did this, and the guy's out of his fucking gourd.
Oh, it really seems that way.
Because
it really does.
That the world was flat.
And what's wild is how he says, he says like
we invented straight lines.
Yeah, well, he doesn't just say that, but he says like I have.
Parmenides were the first people in recorded history to propose that the
Earth was talking. Oops.
A more important.
Oops.
Go for it.
Okay, so yeah, he was like, I have like the movers and the shakers. And like I have like a committed group of people, who like allow me to do this type of research and stuff. And I'm just like, bro, you're being way too cryptic with everything. If you want this, if you really know in your deepest of truths that you think this is going to change humanity.
Right.
Why the fuck ain't it everywhere else? And why are you being so cryptic about how we figured it all out? Dude.
If you legitimately have some next level information, if you've unraveled physics and the universe,
and you've been doing it since
share it to everybody, why the fuck are you talking to Joe Rogan like this? You should start it out by, hey guys, click the link below because I have figured out physics in a completely new way. And no scientist wants to believe this. So look at all of my materials. I have an 800-page book. Pay $10 for shipping. I'll make the book for free. I can't afford to just lose everything. At least cover some of it. I'm going to spend $25 million giving this out to every single person I can because this is how the universe really works.
And you know what his excuse was? His excuse was, I was going to be an Iron Man, and they wanted Robert Downey. This whole fucking spiel about, man.
I'm
like, bro,
I was going to be
telling me that you were the.
This is how we do the joke, right?
Yeah. Yeah, go for it. Give it.
I just found the closest rag I could. Oh, no, I fucked up my great hairdo.
Oh, no. Yeah, you do.
I had somebody ask if I had a wig once.
Dude, I've had that happen too. And I'm sure it's going to happen with this podcast because my hairline's a bit weird. But I'll tell you what, it goes up and it's even, baby. I don't even have a lot of grays yet. And I'm going to live a very long time. And it's going to be
my
fucking
beard
awesome.
Comes in. You can see it right here already. It's kind of white.
Oh, yeah? You got some grays?
Real white.
You should see our buddy Princess. He's got so much gray hair.
Our buddy
beard,
Princess.
like his brother.
Is that what you call Robert Nelson?
No. I miss that kid. I miss him too.
Yo, but my cousin lives right down the road. They're like friends.
For real? They're still friends?
Yeah.
All right. Cool. I'm down with it. I hope the kid's doing good, man. I miss him. So anyways, let's not get too personal. I don't like talking about people's personal things on the podcast. Anyways, Donald Trump, huh?
Oh, dude. Yo, I don't know what's going to go on there. Honestly, I think the U.S. legal system is pretty screwed up in general. And I know how messed up the right versus left thing is currently in the political atmosphere. I want nothing to do with any of it, honestly. I'm such a bystander, which I don't think a lot of people in America understand, is that things will just happen outside of your control. No matter what your feelings are, you have no influence. So it's better to just be pleased with your own life, do your own shit, because you don't have any input. It's only about the output of the situation. So screw that.
That's true. And I'm here live in Norway. And guess what? Nobody cares. Nobody cares about what's going on anywhere in the world except, well, the shit that's on the news. And that's a topic for another day. I was thinking now, now I'm going to go into the marketing scheme of podcasting. So if you guys want, Pat's a very intelligent guy and has a lot of stuff to talk about. And normally I like to have a silly goose time and try to pick topics. But I was thinking for the last like 4 minutes or 5 minutes of every podcast, we have a pitter patter segment where Pat can just talk about what he wants to talk about, maybe give you, like we used to do words of advice from Pat, like kind of like before we end the episode, Pat, what can you tell our viewers and stuff. Pat used to give us some nice words, good quotes. I was thinking maybe something like
nice
that.
Words. Think, filigree. That's one of my favorites.
That shit is my favorite.
Stole that from the French.
Oh man. So
Statue of Liberty, they gave it to us for free. Interesting thing, the Statue of Liberty.
They didn't give that shit to us for free, brother.
It was a gift from the French, but not the point. The point was free, when they gave it to us, it was like a penny. It looked really like a penny. It was all like copper.
It was all corroded and shit.
No. When they gave it to us, it was all shiny and nice.
Oh, and yeah. Now it's corroded as fuck.
After like years and years, it turned green. So it's like
impossible to keep that fucking
you gave us a present, and then it slowly turned to this.
It's a beautiful statement of war, right?
Oh no, I think it's a metaphor for the French.
It's a metaphor for a flower. Oh, that's actually, that's better. I like that. French people are so dirty, dude.
I've had this.
I want to get married in France. I'm gonna fucking leave her.
The worst part about France is the French.
We are dirty and we like to smoke too much.
The French language just sounds like you're blowing your nose.
Yeah, through braces. Through braces, it smells and sounds like you're blowing your nose through braces. Yeah. I mean, that was more or less like the guy from Men in Black, more sugar water, but hey, we're on the right path.
Yep.
He was kind of French, dirty as shit, smelled horrible, filled with cockroaches, and wanted sugar. So that's what the French is. To me,
I don't know. Maybe it's just like American racism because we've always identified the race, like the Southern folks, as like a dumb race. Anybody who has like a Southern accent.
Look, dude,
dumb,
I don't believe in that because they are, and it's the truth. So
it's
this. It's what people say.
My through line on that is that there's the Southern Creole. Like the French folks that Southern, like
those
Louisiana,
guys are all right.
And I wonder if that's just like an American colloquialism that we identify people that have like a French or Southern accent as like dummies.
It could be. I mean,
I don't have that issue with Italians. And honestly, the Northeast hates Italians.
I know, it's crazy, dude, because I'm a very
as
big
many Italians as there are. It's either you're Italian or you hate the Italians if you live in the Northeast. Yeah, and hey, man, I love me a meatball sub, so hearts to the Italian.
But I mean, who really gives a fuck, right? Anyways,
that place is sinking. I mean, with the whole global warming thing and sea levels rising, a lot of people already know that Venice in Italy has been literally propped up underneath for years and decades at a time.
I've heard that what they do is they find petrified turds from like years past, and they use that as concrete to sort of like bring the city up. They jack it up with, and oftentimes too, I mean, they do all kinds of
and I
things.
thought
they take children's bones
was
from
living on top of a pile of shit.
Dude, you want to get deep into it, brother? Let me tell you something. Before we exit this episode, here's the craziest conspiracy that I just made up. Okay, so Rome, it's in Italy. Is that not where the fucking Pope is?
Is that where the Vatican City is kind of its own thing,
but it's located within Rome.
Yeah.
Okay. So what I'm thinking is all the children that they
fact check below,
and they probably use the bones of them.
We call them chomos.
Venice.
Yeah.
Well, it's the Pope and the Vatican. I think all the children that go and sacrifice themselves for Jesus Christ, I think they use their bones to elevate the city of Venice. And that's it, dude. I mean, that's the end of the episode. So, Pat, if you want to give us something to leave on, I'm done.
Hard to follow that up. I think that all of us can become so many different things in the future if we only set our minds to it. Between hard work and diligence, you too can become an astronaut. Did you know that 1 in 1,000 Americans are involved in the space industry? And it's a growing and further burgeoning atmosphere. So you too could break this atmosphere if you want to become an astronaut in the future. So please think about not only NASA, but some of our third-party programs. So both of us could leave these worldly bonds together. Until then, I've been Pat. Yet another idiot with internet.
The more you know.